RVing saved my life. It took me a long time to figure out how I wanted to record this video. But alcohol definitely has its pros and cons. And so for me, where alcohol really helped was to calm my nerves, get me out of my comfort zone, help me become the life of the party and make sure everybody else has a good time. But man, it was also a false security blanket. It definitely took me into some deep, dark places. A lot of mornings waking up wondering, oh man, when's this gonna be the last time? Pounding headache, vomiting. You wanna talk about some nasty hangovers. And see, normal people, when it becomes that time, whether you're just at a simple family dinner, or even if a night out on the town and it's 10, 11 o'clock, midnight, and hey, I got things I got to do in the morning, or if I just don't want to be hungover. Normal people can slow down, stop, drink water, mellow out. Jordan Peterson has some really good lectures on alcoholism. And there's one that's interesting, because I think it's where I fit into, but it's a genetic disposition where the chemicals in my brain, whenever alcohol is introduced, rapidly increases the heart rate. And then there's a rush of dopamine that hits my system. And the term that he says is, man, you better watch out. And that's how I am. I was never mean, never got into any fights. I'm actually the guy you want to take to a wedding if you want grandma to dance up on the table and everybody having a good time. But once that switch hits, the train's off the tracks. I can't stop. And it might be not the first time or second time if I'm planning nights out, but that third or fourth, I don't know if it's it's a combination of lack of control, the genetics, the environment. There's little things like how much you've eaten or what kind of liquor you're drinking or beer or anything like that, but I think those are just secondary. The root of the issue is that folks like me, we're just, number one, genetically predispositioned for it, but it's also about your environment as well. And so the reason why I was able to get sober was because of RVing. And so my family and friends, it's not like it was a toxic environment. I am so fortunate and grateful to have such a tight-knit family, friends that, 3 o'clock in the morning, I make a phone call, I know they're driving across the country to come help out. But it's the environment. Whenever we get to see each other, we want to go relax, have a night on the town, family gatherings, family's close, and we just want to, relax and have fun and have our chicken roasts and cookouts. And that environment, I'm not able to stop. It's not even a party environment, but it's the fact that I'm drinking, I'm socializing, my guard's down, I'm having a great, wonderful time, and before you know it, somebody's taking my keys off me or gonna go out and disconnect my battery from my truck because it's my idea that I need to drive and take care of myself, and I don't want anybody to have the burden of taking care of me. And I've tried a bunch of different solutions. I've tried having water in between drinks. I've tried even non-alcoholic in between each beer. I've tried counting tabs. I've tried timing myself. I've tried, maybe drinking every other day. You pretty much are also eating a big meal, no liquor, no shots. It doesn't matter. It's, like I said, it's maybe not the first time or the second, 3 or 4, and that trains are rolling. And so the fact that RVing allowed me to get out and also focus on other things like mountain biking and racing, new adventures. I think no matter what type of recovery or addiction that you were a part of, I think somewhat it's always going to be there, and you just needs an outlet. And you have to be very, very honest with yourself and know that that's always going to be there. I've tried over the last 10 or so years so many times that I was going to quit and this was going to be my last time, and so many mornings of regret and waking up and just completely hungover, telling myself this is going to be the last time, and a week or 2 later, right back to normal. And the funny thing is when I finally stopped, my last drink, which was February 19th, 2023, it wasn't even rock bottom. So I've had way worse mornings and regrets and experiences, but something changed that day, and it was the honesty that I had with myself that I am powerless over alcohol. That's a really tough pill to swallow. The anxiety and some of the other stuff that I think everybody has a little bit of form of it, but needing to be in control. So, like the fact that I thought that I could handle it, that I'm normal and I can quit whenever I want. And it's this false statement that I kept telling myself time in and time again for the last pretty much 10 years, that I'm not doing hard drugs. I'm not like those folks that you see in the news or on TV, or the celebrities that hit completely rock bottom yet. So I've definitely had my fair share of lucky experiences, and I may get into those in another video, but so fortunate and so lucky that that was the only thing that I have is my pride, that I have to be truthful to myself. But essentially what happened was Sarah and I, we ran a race down in Florida, and her brother was in town, her parents were in town, and I wanted to celebrate. And again, trying to, be the guest and make sure everyone's having a good time, and went out and wasn't even really planning on drinking, but we wanted to stop at the liquor store, maybe get a bottle of wine for a nightcap, and one of my go-tos, Tennessee honey. Man, just on the rocks, and I can I can still taste it. And hearing the ice crackle, double or triple shot, and that rocks glass, man, that's definitely relaxing. Sitting down after a hard day of work or a hard race and having some of that. And I was planning on having one or two. Sarah and her brother went out to walk Blitz, and after 15, 20 minutes or so, I barely remember them coming back. And when I woke up, pretty much drank the whole bottle. And a lot of soul searching, because literally leading up to that in the liquor store, I'm telling myself, we're just gonna relax. It's a nightcap. I got this. You know, I wanna, again, not embarrass myself with Sarah's family being there. And I blacked out. Didn't do anything, literally fell asleep in the recliner. And again, it's a combination of 10 years of trying to quit that had the realization that I'm powerless. I can't do it. And so I'm gonna be making a couple more videos, a little bit more in detail about some of the struggles and emotions and how it affected my marriage. And I'm so lucky that Sarah stuck by me throughout all these years. And I hope this video, if you're watching this, if you're struggling, know that there's hope. And Robin Williams had a really good quote. It said, "Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about, so be kind always." And so be kind to yourself. You'll get through this, but take care, active RVers.